The first carry for the second-year man, Joe Mixon. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
First carry from Giovanni Bernard. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll be brought down at the 43. Joey Bosa in on the stop. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
368.
Dalton here from the gun. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And a short gain down to about the 33. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And now to the air, Dalton. Open man is Uzama. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. C.J. Uzama, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bullock out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 20. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And right away, he lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
12. Left. Buffalo wall. 26 left.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Top-ranked kids love the idea that they might go in the 1st round, but sometimes you fall into the right situation when you don't. I think that happened for Uchenna Nwosu out of USC. He went to the Chargers, a team that gets after the quarterback with Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram. Now he can do the exact same thing from his outside linebacker position. We just saw him get it done right there.
And the Chargers' temporary home, the StubHub Center in Carson, California, where he was born and raised. And this one caught by Dennis Bryant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for Bryant. He's got a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2 minutes.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Hurry up! Buffalo wall, Buffalo. Hey, go orange front four.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Flushed out right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
Red, red, red. Red, red. Cluster, cluster, cluster. That, hey, go orange 5-4. Keep it skinny.
Rivers. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Hey, hot.
From the red zone now, Rivers. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
Go, white 90. Delta. Check, check. Presto, presto, presto.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line, as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Delta! Hey, I'm gonna go load it. Load it. Kill. Hey, Rocket. That's a run. They're running, man.
He's going to get it running right. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle.
Cluster right.
3rd and goal for Rivers. Forced out to his left. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Now that's a tough throw for a right-handed quarterback, rolling out to his left and trying to get the ball to a receiver. We've seen all those drills where they're trying to get the shoulders square and point it towards the target downfield.
Caleb Sturgis now for the Charger field goal. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They had it first and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? And any of...
Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Sturgis for the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
The first throw for the backup, Davis Webb. Going deep downfield for Ross. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Webb. Flush to his right. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Gone! All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
On first down, it's Webb. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Casey Hayward. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
It's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Sturgis adds the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Able to slither by. And they'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Throwing after the interception. Webb. He's going to let this one go deep. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Webb flushed out right. Going deep for Eifert. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
All right, now, look at 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, look at...
Webb now from the gun. And able to find Green. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big 3rd down play there for the Bengals. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down, here's Webb. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And the Bengals on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, landed.
Operating from the gun. Webb. And Green with a catch left side. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Mixon. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now the Bengals on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. This offense so far on third down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Mixon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Bullock will put this one through, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Dissect read 80. Check 4. Set, we're okay. Set, we're okay. White.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
Load it. Hey, go orange. White. Ahead.
2nd down, Rivers. Allen's got it over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Hey, go orange spot for.
On third down, Rivers. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Hey, alert three. Mike!
They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. Over the middle, complete. That's Hodges. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first down throw here for Rivers. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Rivers now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Hey, go orange. Orange. Yo. Shift. Red Delta! Gotta get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Hey, Hutch!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Hey, left.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Sturgis able to knock it through. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a handoff looking right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And bulldozing his way through. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Is that 180? 190.
Rivers now from the 50. Eluding the pressure right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
While we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore, I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good, bad for your team.
Set. Block 15. Check 24. Check 24. Hey, Delta.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Chargers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12.
Set. Delta.
From the gun, Rivers. Now he's flushed, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back to the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Buying time to his left. Busts through the tackle. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rounding, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. The Chargers getting set to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 34.
All right.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And out now, here come the Bengals. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, Webb. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Set. Read 80. Hey, Delta. Cut.
Following the interception here, Rivers. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it. 12.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. A little careless with the football, and he also... had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, a nice spin. And he's got room. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Gun! 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 Gun!
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Set! 380! White!
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. The offense on third down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Red, red, red.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Stay hot. Room.
They'll run for it. It's Gordon. Room here to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Set. Run 80. Hey, Delta.
Now Gordon on first down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, hot.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Rivers now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Set. 380. White. Alpha. Yeah, Rocket. Hey, go orange. Orange.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Oh, no, he lost the football. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Escaping the pressure right. He's airing it out for Williams. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
White.
26, Mike. 26, Mike.
Hey, 79. 79.
From the gun, Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion.
Hey, Delta!
From the red zone now, Rivers. Flushed out right. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
They still can't get it. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. To throw, Rivers. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here.
Hey, Rocket!
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Sturgis for the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Mixon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Man, it's Ross, complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So for the home team here, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.